Hey folks, Anthony from FLX Adventures. It's June 2nd. We're coming to you from the Canandaigua Lake Trout Derby, 2 days. So we fished June 1st and June 2nd, 2024, this tournament. And we fished the north end. We launched out of the north end both days. I personally think there's less traffic up here, though today I did see a lot more boats. We left our house in Irondequoit at 3:30. We got to the launch about 4:25, in the water at 4:30. Went out, lines in at 5. I'm gonna be honest with you, if you follow that, you'd be like the first 2 or 3 boats out, and it makes a huge difference. So day one, we were over by the boathouse, and we did great there. We boated at least 25 fish between Jeremy and I, which is us two running 6-rod spread. And what did we run? So ran pretty much no riggers. We ended up running long lines only. So I had a 3-color, 4-color, and a 5-color on one side, and a 4, 5, and 6 on the other. Sorry, a 5, 6, and 7. So we'll just say it again, right? I had a 3, and a 4, and then a 175 weighted steel, which gets down to 40 feet. And then on the other side, I had a 5, a 6, and a 7-color. That's what we ran day one. And what was great for us, D&D custom baits, stick bait. This is called the Puerto Rican, I think. Great bait by D&D custom baits. If you don't have this, you need to go get this. This is a brown trout staple on Lake Ontario. Also did really well for us this week. A little hook here. I gotta make sure I don't lose that. What else was really good for us? So we'll just kind of go down. So that was the 3-color. And then as the day kind of progressed, we switched that 3-color over to an Elmer Hinckley 777 on a 3-color. It did awesome. Honestly, like, this is probably the VIP of the weekend. I think this took almost all of, this took rainbows nonstop. One Laker, pretty much all rainbows. And it was a pretty steady pick. Awesome. And then on the 4-color, I think the MVP for the 4-color here is the, again, Elmer Hinckley Gold 88. Really good spoon. Very similar, a little different. Like, it's a little fatter than the 777, but the 777 was great. Also on coming back in, so that was the 3 and the 4-color. What was really good for us on the 175-foot weighted steel was 2 lures, actually. So this is a Brett Curtis special. You can see how much damage it took over the week. It took a ton of hits, and as the day went on, I was trying to figure out like another lure that was similar to this, and then this blue Circus Freak, and I put the blue Circus Freak, and I put a little bit of tape on the back to kind of match this one, and this is just as many fish. So I was really happy to be able to kind of pair that up and make this lure and make it go on the 175 weighted steel. On the riggers, which we did day 2, we turned those on. We had my father-in-law join us for the trip, so we were able to get some extra rods in, which was really cool. So the downriggers. So Canandaigua was really funny. The only lake that the bloody nose glow on the NK works from probably 5 to 6 a.m. and then you won't catch another fish with it. So this goes on both riggers. We ended up losing one, but we probably caught about 10 Lakers with just the loam between the 5 and 6 a.m. hour. Good stuff. Also, this took a couple hits too. This is an NK Super Glow. I don't know the color pattern, but again, this is bonkers here. 5 to 6 a.m. This is not on your downrigger. You're missing out at least on 5 or 6 different fish. Good stuff. Mostly in the later spring, early summer. Also taking a whole bunch of damage is the Real Rage 2-Face. This is, I use this all the time in this lake. It always produces, and this one took a bunch of damage. I'm gonna have to send it to Scott, get repainted. It's definitely worth it. It's a great lure. I have about 4 more of these, so I'm not worried about that one specifically. What else was kind of good? Electric Muffin, always really good. I actually had a couple custom painted similar to these from a buddy of mine. I can't say anything about them, but they caught they caught a ton of fish. Yeah, really ton of fish. And this one caught a ton of fish too. But I can't show those ones. But this one I can show. You should go buy it. Caught a ton of fish for us this week. What else? The UV can't afford it. Got a really nice bow off the rigger on Saturday. And this one was funny. So brown trout always does really well. This one specifically, I got like in the top 15 foot of the water column when I released a dipsy, and a nice bow just came in and snapped it. Really interesting, but must have followed it all the way up on the bottom. But yeah, this one took fish too. So yeah, that's my report. Overall, I think we had a really solid day. We probably boated at least, what are we thinking, 25 fish a day, so 50 fish total. The last fish of the day is the tail of the one that got away. So on the 175 foot weighted steel on the lure I painted up, the blue Circus Freak, we got a fish. It would not come off the bottom. Like, no matter what I did, it just would not. It started peeling line and it would not come off the bottom. If you've ever had like a 13, 14 pound laker on your line and it won't come up, you know what I'm talking about. And basically I was teetering on the fact of just shutting it down because it was like almost noon, and just put it in neutral and jigging it up and trying to get it in the boat. And we did not do that, and it came off. The one that got away, I think that one would have probably, I think, and that was high, like 17, 18 pounds easy. It was a big fish. So yeah, that's my update. We're all set.